What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Uncle Duck coming to you from New Orleans, NOLA, the NO, the Crescent City. Yeah, that Big Easy, baby. And today I got some content for you. But before we get into all that, you know what I need you to do? I need you to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and also tap on that bell notification, hit all so you'll be aware of all the content that I'm putting out. You know what I'm saying? But we got some content for you. I was slowly trying to get away from this topic, but my man Ray Daniels, shout out to Ray Daniels. I love his content. I love his perspective. He has an insider's perspective because he is in the industry. And overall, he's just great at what he does, especially when it comes to making content. But he brought up something that I definitely thought that we need to shed light on. Um, I'm not gonna give it away. So we're gonna get into straight into it. So let's go.
Yo, Kendrick, you say you the biggest hater? Kanye a bigger hater, nigga. Kanye was bigging you up when he thought Drake was the A side. Now that he realized niggas on your dick and niggas is saying that you number one, it's time for him to hate on you. Okay? Kendrick, I don't care what you think you could miracle, spiritual, whatever you think you could rap about, nigga. Nobody on planet Earth could cancel Kanye. Kanye done said the worst things on earth, and we still love that nigga. So
Unfortunately, as much as I hate to admit it, DJ Academics is kind of telling the truth. I mean, you can't. It seems like Kanye is uncancelable. He can't be canceled. But I think if anybody can do it, it'll be Kendrick. I don't think necessarily cancel Kanye because, like, I don't think he can be canceled. But I do think someone like Kendrick can definitely plant seeds to make Kanye less relevant. But it does seem like Kanye is doing his best to be the biggest hater. And that's what happens when you find yourself at the top. People are going to come for you. Once you're the top dog, there's other people who want to be top dog and people are going to come after you. But I think Kendrick went into this whole situation knowing this and knowing that he's going to have trouble. It's not going to be peaches and cream once you get to the top. He know he's always going to have to defend that. But I don't really think like one thing Kendrick has in his advantage is the fact that he doesn't care about being on top. He doesn't care about the numbers or anything like that. So it's kind of like, maybe, whatever. Let's continue.
So you don't try. You can't call Kanye no colonizer and get it off. You can't call him no fucking PDF and get it off. This is Kanye West, nigga. This is what we need. Kanye hating on Kendrick era. You say rap's very good, but I didn't need to hear him on Cardi's album.
Yeah, that was straight hate, dude. Why not? Why you didn't need to hear him on Cardi's album? And shout out to Cardi. Cardi, I'm not particularly Cardi's audience. I'm not like a big Cardi fan, but I do admit that album very experimental, and you could tell that Cardi isn't afraid of pushing the envelope. It was a dope album sonically. He did his thing sonically on that album. I'm not reviewing 30 songs on that album. I'm not even going over the Kendrick features on that album. Just trust me when I tell you, it was a dope album. Not necessarily my cup of tea, something I'm going to revisit, but I do want to give him his props for it.
This is hate. This is hate. This is said niggas can't be the king until they take down the king. Nigga, you basically oh my god, yo, this is which part of the world is Ye in right now where he's just hating? You know what I think I hate too? Yo, how the fuck Kendrick get on 3 songs and you not on no song? I get it, Kanye. How the fuck Kendrick get on 3 songs, you not on no songs, bro?
Yo, what's good?
If I'm not mistaken, and I may be wrong because I didn't go over the credits or anything for Cardi's album, but if I'm not mistaken, I even think that Kanye produced some songs. So how didn't he get like a feature on the songs? It's crazy to me. I'm not sure what he produced or if he did actually produce. But Cardi and Kanye definitely have a relationship. Cardi showed up on Donda. Now I didn't listen to uh that album with him and Ty Dolla $ign. So I don't, because after Donda, I was like off Kanye. Like it was way too many antics for me. But I'm not sure if he showed up on Vultures or anything like that. But it's kind of surprising that Kanye didn't show up on that album. I'm gonna be honest with you. But let's get into what Ray Daniels has to say. And this is what I thought was very interesting. This is what I thought was very interesting.
Good, y'all. This is Ray Daniels, and this is the Radar Report. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. So, what do I think Kanye is up to? So to me, I think Kanye is trying to turn rap into the WWE. I think Kanye is trying to be the Vince McMahon of rap music.
This perspective is crazy, but at the same time, this perspective is accurate. Kanye is literally acting like the Vince McMahon of rap as of now. Let's continue.
He's inserting himself in everything. He's making all of these, he's creating all these spectacles and everything. But here's what I think his plan is. I think Ye feels like him and Drake together can take down everybody. So what I think Ye is really doing is, I think him and Drake spoke. I think he said, you sit down, I'm going to make the noise. And then I think he's baiting Kendrick to respond to him, only so he can come back and diss Kendrick, but come back with Drake.
Yo, if this happens, I don't want to be wrong, but I think I'm right. If this happens, because right now Kendrick is like the people's champ. If this happens, Kanye's gonna receive so much hate for aligning himself with Drake. But I'm gonna be honest with you, nobody else is like seems to be coming to Drake's defense. Nobody else seems to be like lining up to get on a Drake feature, get a Drake feature or do collab with Drake whatsoever. If anybody can do it, if anybody is willing to do it and not care about the backlash or the repercussions, Kanye would be that person. And there would be minimal repercussions to Kanye aligning himself with Drake.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think is happening. Because okay, look it up from this perspective, right? Kanye has a weird obsession with Drake, a very weird obsession, right? And if you looked at it through the lens of who Kanye has always been and who Drake is and who Kendrick is, you would think he would side with a Kendrick, right? Like that seems more, they're both Geminis, they both have revolutionary, they both speak up even when it's not popular. So you would think he would naturally go with Kendrick, but he went.
No. If you're looking at it from a surface perspective, they got the same sign. They're both Geminis and all that. Kanye came into the game on some revolutionary stuff. I get it. If you're looking at it from the surface level, but if you dig down deep, you would realize that Kanye and Drake aren't that diametrically opposed to each other. They seem to have cultivated the similar fan base. Drake seemed to have cultivated a fan base full of beta male incels who are alt-right leaning, i.e. people the likes of Aiden Ross. And Kanye has gone full alt-right Nazi. And those two communities, those two fan bases are so similar, and there's quite a bit of overlap. You have quite a few alt-right beta male incels in both sides. You got to be a weirdo to align yourself with the alt-right. And you got to be a weirdo to be, well, you know what? It's just all overlap. So if there was like I don't know what they call it, with the two circles that intersect, and half of which the circles in which, if you got Drake's fan base here and Kanye's fan base here, usually that circle is somewhere like this. But in this case, the circle is almost like the circle is just one circle. It's so that alt-right fan base that Kanye's cultivated, and the beta male simp incel fan base that Drake has cultivated are almost, not quite, but almost one and the same.
Went with Drake. So now you got to say, why would he go at Kendrick? He's going at Kendrick because he's going to be the only person on Drake's side. And I think him and Drake, I'm not lying. I swear to God, I can't say who, I can't say what, but maybe 6 months ago, I tweeted something about this. And somebody who's really big in the music business called me like, yo, I like your perspective. And then I was like, boom, boom. And I swear to God, I'm not lying to y'all. And this person says to me, he goes, I think you just gave me an idea. Because, this person's really close to Drake, really close to him. And he was like, I think you gave me an idea. Because we were just talking. And he was like, yo, I want my man to win. My man is getting, and I'm like, and I said to him something. He said, you just inspired me. And I'm like, what? He said, I think Drake can come back if him and Kanye did a joint album.
And I see this. Ray Daniels has a lot of credibility. Ray Daniels has a whole lot of credibility. So if Ray Daniels is saying this happened. And I think this is actually in the works right now. Now, do I think someone like Kendrick can overcome this? Most definitely. Kendrick is a very, very bright individual. And I think he has a lot of foresight. And I also think that he kind of saw something like this on the horizon. You don't make the moves that Kendrick made during the beef without having some sort of foresight to keep you with the advantage. Like, Kanye is quite influential, but his credibility amongst the broader hip hop community, like the actual hip hop community, and not those alt-right weirdos who are either just strictly a Kanye fan, or those beta male incel types that are strictly Drake fans. Kendrick has the broader community as a whole. Now, I'm not going to totally knock Kanye. I was once a big Kanye fan. I do recognize his ability to make hits. I mean, I was a really big Kanye fan. I mean, I'm sure you can go down my Twitter. Go down my Twitter in the past and see how much of a Kanye fan I was. It's way in the past, because everything after 808s and Heartbreaks, I was kind of off. Like, I had moved on by then. But as far as production, Kanye will always be one of the GOATs. And I'm not going to take nothing away from him in that aspect. But at the end of the day, Kendrick has the culture. The culture's riding with him. The black community is riding with Kendrick for the most part. Now you do have your detractors, you do have people who ride with Drake. And I'm not one to tell you who to align with or who not to align with. If you're a Drake fan, that's cool. I ain't here to hate on Drake. Drake once made excellent music to me. But you see, they about to team up like Voltron to try to take Kendrick down. But I wonder what's the end goal. So, like, if y'all team up like Voltron to take down Kendrick, who's gonna be at the top between you two? Are y'all gonna share this jointly? One, I don't know.
And I was like, no. And then he goes, I was like, no, I say, that actually sounds kind of dope. And he was like, yeah. And then he said, his exact words is, I'm the only person in the world that can do it, that can get.
I wonder who this person is. If anybody has an idea, won't you drop that in the comments for me? Anybody have any inclination of who this person can be that can actually get Kanye and Drake to join like Voltron? At the end of the day, I don't even think I think Kanye and Drake were beefing at one point, and I think it was mainly due to Kanye letting out secrets about Drake to Pusha T, and I think that's why it fell short. I honestly think that Drake had no ill intentions towards Kanye, and it's just that Kanye's a weirdo and he's on the whippets. He likes to suck on party balloons. So I think that's mainly what it is. Kanye's a weirdo and he felt the need to take Drake down for some reason. It probably was nothing other than what Ray is saying, and that he wants to be the Vince McMahon of rap. That's what I'm getting out of it after hearing Ray's perspective on it.
Get them two to sit down and see eye to eye and see how to put an album together. If I'm right, by the way, I don't know. This is just I'm by the way, when we do the radar report, guys, I'm just talking to my team. They sit behind the camera, we talking everything, and we just talk about things. But I just realized he said that to me. He was like, I think Drake and Ye should do an album together. I'm gonna call you back. I'm about to call Drake. And I'm like, and he was like, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. If this shit happens, I'll make sure the world knows you inspired this from me. And I'm like, that's all I need. Just tell him that. But I think the powers that be are sitting back, because let's be clear, the powers that be want Drake to win. The powers that be need Drake to win.
That's a fact. Drake is not going to make any noise. Well, obviously obviously he's made some noise when this lawsuit with UMG. But they honestly really needed Drake to win. Kendrick being on top is not ideal for the powers that be when it comes to the music industry. He's too black. He's not commercial enough in the eyes of the industry. Kendrick has major commercial success, but that's not what they want. That's not what they want. They want to continue to poison and put out negative things. They want to make their money off of negativity. They want to continue to keep the consumer stupid. They don't want the consumer to think. And like, damn. Like Kendrick says, he makes music that pacifies them. That's a fact.
Let's be clear. Drake is what they call, what's the word I'm looking for? He will cooperate with the system. Right? So you need Drake to win. He's actually the perfect thing for the system, right? He's half black, half white. We already talked about nigga and yarmulke, right? He's friendly. He's all these things. He lets everybody in. He's bigger than everybody. So the industry needs Drake to win more than they need Kendrick to win. Kendrick brings in troublemakers. Drake brings in hits. Kendrick brings in trouble.
I gotta give you some pushback right there, Ray. Uh yeah, you could say that Kendrick brings in troublemakers and Drake brings in hits. What was the last major hit that Drake brought in? Now I get it. I get it. Well, you could make that argument because Kendrick seems to take his time with albums. So he's not saturating the market with music. So you have to wait on a Kendrick hit. And Drake at one point would make you a hit at least once a year, if not twice or three times a year. So yes, the industry does need a Drake and would prefer a Drake because it equals more money because the rate in which he makes his music. But to say that Kendrick brings in troublemakers and Drake brings in hits is kind of dismissive towards Kendrick's abilities.
Trouble. I mean, and what I mean by trouble, I'm not talking about to us. I'm talking about to the system, right? Kendrick is doing songs like "We Gonna Be All Right" and fucking "To Pimp a Butterfly," and he's talking about the fucking injustices, and Drake is just talking about getting money, fucking bitches, having fun.
All right, now I get what you're saying. To not just the music industry, but the system as a whole. The powers that be as a whole, because the music industry, although a major part of it, is not the whole system. So Kendrick is trouble. Kendrick is trouble for the whole system. That's what Ray is saying. Not just the music industry, but the system as a whole. I'm not gonna get into that.
Who the fuck you think the system wants to win, guys? Drake. So I'm thinking that the system is these guys at the top are like, how can we save our favorite? Because let's be clear, there will be residue if Drake fucking falls off. There will be residue. You got to remember how many other artists that he helped. You got to remember, it's like when one tide rises, the other ones fall. There will be residue if Drake doesn't come back. We will need a new king. We're talking about the #1 streaming rapper for the last 10 years in a row. If we're gonna need a new king, then who is it gonna be? Who is even close? They don't want Kendrick to be the king. Kendrick is too fucking black. So I think that this person who is very powerful, very rich, very successful, figured out y'all two need each other. Because think about it. What is Kanye walking around with his shirt on with a what on it? A swastika. Drake is a Jew. So now when Drake stands next to Kanye, that goes away, right? When Kanye stands next to Drake, when Drake stands next to Ye, remember, Ye gonna give him the hardest records. Nigga, it's always big business. But I'm thinking from Ye perspective, what can be the one thing that no one saw coming? Me and the nigga that y'all all went against coming at all of y'all now.
I get it. But this is not like totally out the realm of possibilities. Dude, have you been looking at the political landscape as of now? You have Jewish political commentators that align themselves with alt-right figures that openly are racist towards Jewish people. So this is not like out the realm of possibilities. Drake and Kanye once had a relationship. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Now with the regular consumer not see it coming, yeah, but you're not gonna get this past. This not gonna breeze past a person like me. There's some people that this will go over their heads. They'll be blown away. First of all, nothing surprises me, especially when it comes to the entertainment industry. Absolutely nothing surprises me. So this is not outside the realm of possibilities. And like he said in this clip, I don't know if he's gonna get into it anymore. I think he does. But how he said earlier in the video, Kanye is he's basically trying to be the Vince McMahon of rap music right now, which is kind of rough when you're not the one running it. But I can see his goals. I can see that that's what he's trying to do. And knowing Kanye, this was probably like a conscious attempt at doing so.
But I might be wrong. I know I have no insight, none of that. But I'm saying the way I think, why would he be trying to go against Kendrick unless he needed smoke with Kendrick? Because what's the famous saying? Your enemy. If you and me have the same enemies, then who are we? We allies now. Now they become allies. I might be wrong. I might be crazy, but
He might be wrong. He might be crazy. I don't think you're neither one of those though, Ray. I think you spot on. And I'm willing, if this was like, if I can go on to the casino and this was something I can put money on, even though I don't gamble. But if this was something I can actually put money on, I would bet the house on it. I would definitely bet the house on it. Like, it's gonna happen. Just watch. Ray is right. Just watch. I was just checking to see if I was ashy. Because I saw a glimpse in my camera and I was like, well, let me double check. But I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet money that this is the next play. I'm willing to bet money on it. Actually, I'm not. Don't go in my comment section talking about I'm willing to take that bet. I'm not. I don't gamble, homie. This was just figuratively. This is hypothetically. If I had the money and I was willing to bet it, this is hypothetically.
what other reason would Ye go at him? Ye is going at, he's going at Jewish people and the blackest of the blackest rappers. Like, nigga, what are you doing? I think he has a plan. I think his plan is to come back with Drake. I think it's to drop an album. I might be 100% wrong. Drop a single, but I think that he's trying to show Drake, nigga, you could trust me. I'ma diss that nigga.
I get it. I really want to know what I really want to know, because I didn't do my research, but on that last album that with I want to know what those numbers were, because he's aligning himself with this alt-right group. I don't think that album did well. I really don't think that that last album with him and Ty Dolla $ign did well. So, like, are you looking at the bottom line? Like, why are you doubling down on being a Nazi? Like, why are you doubling down on your love for Hitler when it seems to be a net negative? And it's not just exclusive to you. You can see it politically with Elon Musk. He's allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly because he denies it, but everybody knows what he did. He threw up the swastika. He aligns himself with the alt-right. He aligns himself with a lot of Nazis, and his company is tanking. Is that the only reason this company is tanking? No, but it's a major reason why. And it seems that like Kanye's suffering the same fate. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was Drake, I would try to pull myself out the mud and not align myself with Kanye. And I know that the music industry is fake. I know it's fake and fickle, and it's all about relationships, and it's all about the bottom line, what's going to make money. But if I was Drake and I was a Jewish man, there would be absolutely no way that I'm aligning myself with Kanye. That's a slap in the face to my mom if I'm Drake. That is a slap in the face to my mother.
I'm gonna go at that nigga. Don't worry, you sit back. Remember, he tweeted a few days ago, I love Drake. He's really this. I want him to speak at my funeral. Like, he's doing all these things to kiss up to Drake, to partner with Drake, to get what he needs, the same way he kind of did what he did with Hove, to get what he needed. Ye is brilliant. They all smart, but to me, it's like this is too low for somebody to not have a bigger plan that they go. I just can't.
I didn't even know that Kanye tweeted out that he loves Drake and he wants him to speak at his funeral. That is crazy. Dude, don't trust Kanye. That dude be high out of his mind. Who would trust Kanye? You see Pusha left him alone. Kanye isn't loyal to anyone. Are you serious? Now I know it could benefit in the long run if everything I say about Kanye aligning himself with the alt-right is detrimental. If everything I say about Kanye aligning himself with the alt-right is detrimental, proves wrong, then yeah, I can see it. But I don't think I'm wrong. I don't like it, politically. If you see the political landscape, if you see what we're going through right now, nobody's tolerating this alt-right BS. People are ignoring Kanye. People like, all right, Kanye is uncancelable. He's always going to find a way to put himself in talks, in the media, in the limelight. He's always going to find a way to do so. But is it going to benefit him financially? Because it don't seem like he can really sell records. At this point, I may be wrong. I need to check the numbers. But all this alt-right BS is not benefiting him. And it won't going forward.
Can't see it being like that.
And mind you, like a while back, I think when he did the interview with Justin LA or something like
Justin
that.
LaBoy.
Justin LaBoy. He did say that the only person that can beat Kendrick in the battle is
You rap against Kendrick Lamar is really, it's a difficult task, but perhaps it's something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a psycho genius, so you know it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, there you have it. Do not rap against Kendrick Lamar
Unless you're a psycho genius
unless
like
you're
me.
a psycho.
Kanye is just trying to big himself up. Kanye is not a psycho genius. Stop, and I want people to stop throwing this doggone genius word around because this dude is no genius. He may be a musical savant, but I am not going to call Kanye a genius because he's not. I don't know why. When did we as a society decide to start giving people who do one thing well, really well, but are so far gone in other aspects, genius, musical genius? Like let's start prefacing these statements. Kanye can be considered a musical genius, but a genius alone, no. Kanye is not a genius. Maybe a psycho genius when it comes to marketing himself. Maybe I'll give him that. Music definitely, maybe marketing when it comes to himself or something he marketing in general. Other than that, I am not going to be just labeling people geniuses. I don't label Elon Musk a genius. I don't know why everyone says that. Elon Musk is not a genius. He's a thief and a baby. He got his wealth by stealing from others and then crying when he doesn't get his way. And basically, he's the biggest welfare recipient on the planet to ever exist. That's how he got it. Not by being smart, maybe by putting smart people around him, but that's it. Kanye is not a psycho genius. Psycho maybe, genius as far as music, but he's not them two combined. And I don't even think he's psycho. I just think he's sick in the head because he's suffered some emotional trauma. I'm not going to even get into that. He's off his meds. This is self-induced because he decides he wants to do whippets. Is Kanye capable of taking down a Kendrick? Maybe. I don't see it. I don't think he's psycho genius enough like he wants to say. I don't think he's psycho genius enough to do it. And if you consider, and if you're saying that you have to be a psycho genius in order to take down a Kendrick, I would think that Kendrick was more psycho genius than you. If what Glasses Malone, if Glasses Malone's take, I don't know if you saw that video from me that I did a while back. If Glasses Malone's take on Kendrick as Kendrick not being a very good, like the Kendrick that we are presented with now is the Kendrick that has been working on himself. He says that Kendrick is not a nice person. If you saw his moves throughout the battle, you know that he's very calculated. I'll put it like that. In a mean way. He holds grudges. He forgets nothing. And if you think for 1 second Kendrick didn't see this coming, you would be sadly mistaken, Kanye. And if you don't think that Kendrick took note of you saying it would take a psycho genius like myself to take down Kendrick, if you don't think Kendrick took that and was like, noted, you would also be sadly mistaken.
Genius like Ye. Who's your big three?
Dylon. Yay. That's it. Boom. He's setting the stage. Kanye is Vince fucking McMahon. He understands. Remember, the reason I say Vince McMahon, he went from being the nigga in wrestling to the only nigga in wrestling when he became the villain in wrestling. When he tapped the Mr. McMahon character came. Because now there's no more heels. In wrestling, they call it heels. There's no more heels. The heels are now, he become the ultimate heel. He's considered the greatest heel of all time. A heel in wrestling is the bad guy. I believe that Ye is watching people like Vince, Walt Disney, and I think he's on another 40-year run in his mind. Like he's like, I'm gonna be doing this till I'm 80, but I think that he's trying to find a way to get with Drake and do that shit. But what else we talking about?
Shout out to Ray Daniels. That was an excellent perspective. That was an excellent way of thinking about it. And him telling us the story of him putting out that tweet and one of Drake's biggest backer, I don't know if he's a backer or what, but someone closely associated with Drake catching wind of that and giving him a call. This is going to happen. Mark his words, not mine. This is going to happen. And we can only watch. We can only watch and enjoy it. I am not opposed to Kanye and Drake joining together to try to take down Kendrick. Yes, I am a big Kendrick supporter. I don't even think Kendrick is opposed to seeing it. I'm a big Kendrick supporter. I'm going to support Kendrick. But I want to see what he does. I want to see what he does with his feet to the fight. He's always going to have the backing of the community. He's always going to have the backing of the community. Let's just see. One can only hope. So look, that's all the content I got for you today. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm talking about absolutely assault that like button. Hit that bell notification so you'll be aware of all the videos I'm dropping. And remember, give maximum effort in all your endeavors that you have in life. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.